but he died when he was 21. He reigned for 15 days. In 1814, he lost his former wife Josephine to pneumonia. This made Napoleon stay in his room for 2 days. It was clear that Napoleon and Josephine still loved each other until the end. Even though Napoleon Bonaparte was not very good at organizing large armies, he managed to conquer a terrifyingly large part of Europe. Napoleon's first engagement in battle was in Toulon in 1783, when the siege was fought by France against Britain and Spain. Napoleon forced the withdrawal of the Spanish forces. A few years later, Napoleon invaded Russia, which turned out to be a disaster. On October 19, 1812, the first light snow fell. The Russian winter obliterated Napoleon's Grand Army with 370,000 casualties. This means more than 250,000 people died. In 1813, at the Battle of Nations, which was also called the Battle of Leipzig, an alliance formed by Russia, Sweden, Prussia, and Austria, where they beat the French. Famously, his last battle by law was fought at Waterloo. Napoleon was defeated by General Wellington of the British because he wasn't expecting the Prussian army to show up to help them. General Wellington said, "It was the nearest red thing you ever saw in your life." If Napoleon had been better at organizing large armies instead of trying to use an enormous amount of weaponry to defeat his foes, he might have won many wars. Paris was captured in early 1814, forcing the vicious Emperor Napoleon into exile, and eventually his death. He was exiled to an island that was controlled by one of the countries he had conquered. Napoleon abdicated as emperor, but could keep his title. His mother also came to live with him on the island. He built roads, buildings, and boosted his economy while he was there. The exile lasted 300 days. He snuck off the island and returned to France, where the people were happy and had high hopes for him. During this time, he reigned for 100 days until General Wellington marched on Waterloo with the Prussians, who later arrived. They defeated Napoleon. As a sentence, Napoleon was sent to an island off the coast of Africa called St. Helena. On May 5, 1821, Napoleon died of a stomach ulcer, although someone may have poisoned him. Ultimately, Napoleon was forced into exile and sorrowfully died because of his catastrophic defeats. Napoleon Bonaparte was born to a working-class family, led an army that managed to conquer Europe, but ended up dying in exile. During the French Revolution, there was an uprising of the people to dethrone the king because the government was being unfair. Napoleon led the French people to possible glory, but became emperor in 1804 when he placed the crown on his own head. Napoleon was an evil ruler. He tried to dominate the world, and should it be someone to look for an aspiring leader today. Although he did create a law which is called the Napoleonic Code, and is commonly used in many present countries, since it was started by William the Conqueror. In the end, Napoleon Bonaparte's unusual family life, leadership in wars, exile, and death are all but a dramatic story that changed Europe and the world forever.